Them birds, I presume.
No, don't you start. What are you doing here anyway?
Just got told to back up CID on a stakeout. Didn't know it was going to be a cod steak, though, did I?
Not that anyone's going to recognise you in a million years.
Yeah, well, he'd run out of rent boy disguises. What are we doing here, anyway?
The gold job. Got to keep an eye on Jimmy Holt's missus.
Who says crime doesn't pay, eh? Thought he was banged up, anyway.
Was.
After he's done a run, he's not going to come back to his missus, is he? Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, well, he couldn't have been that smart either, or he wouldn't have ended up inside. Anyway, he might contact her. She might go to him, and when she does, Bob's your uncle.
So you're all right then, are you?
Yeah. I've heard you've put an attachment in for drugs.
Yeah.
Right?
Dead excited.
All right.
Oh, no, forget it.
Oh, wait. Somebody open the door, will you?
What? And you better be quick before my dad comes back and takes a fit.
Well, your dad's not in, is he? Or your mum?
Oh, been keeping watch on me again, have you? Didn't you cause enough trouble last time?
Yeah, well, I was just a bit worried about you, that's all. Can I come in for a minute?
Oh, sure. You and me here on our own and my dad walks in.
Well, you could say you'd ask me out the rain.
It's not raining.
Oh, yeah, but it's bound to sooner or later, though, isn't it? I could wait.
1 minute. And only to there. And only so you can tell me what business you think you've got spying on me.
Oh, that's coming along well. Here, vitamin C, seeing as how there's a cold going round school.
I never get colds.
Better to be safe than sorry. Come on.
You look really nice.
Oh, thank you.
I hope people think you're me mum.
Right, well, come on, we better get going. Oh, Paul, I've left you a salad. We'll eat when we get back.
Back?
Anna and me are going to Tate.
Anna and I. Tate Gallery.
I did tell you.
If you say so. I get to suffer for art's sake with a cold salad. Oh, damn.
You could come with us.
With all this work to do.
Sorry. I thought you might have had a spare box.
I did.
Right, I think we'd better go. We don't want to have to rush round.
But you said the gallery didn't close till 7.
And I thought you said you didn't know we were going. Honestly, Paul. And it's only a few staples, for goodness sake.
This is my home, Anna, and these are my things.
Yes. Well, you can have it to yourself for the next 2 hours. Far be it from me to get in your way.
Who said an Englishman's home is his castle?
I can't tell you what a relief it is to have it over with.
You've been telling me that all the way back from the Lake District.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop going on like an overexcited schoolgirl. It wasn't too boring for you, though, was it?
And when you haven't been telling me what a relief it was to get it over with, you've been asking whether I was bored. You know I wasn't.
Honestly?
All right, one more time. I enjoyed it. The convention was fascinating, and your lecture was brilliant. Brilliant. I mean it. Darling, you're a very impressive lady. Now, if you're staying, we better think of something for dinner.
I hope Sam Mead was as impressed as he said he was. He's going back to the States next week. He could blow my invitation if he was lukewarm about my presentation.
Alison, he loved it. I've told you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry. It's just... I want that job so much.
And they want you. Why wouldn't they?
So, was it stupid or was it stupid?
No thicker than you creeping round, keeping tabs on me.
Oh, have a word with yourself, Sammy. Getting into some car with some strange fellas is a bright move then, is it? Don't you ever watch Crime Watch?
And don't you ever listen. There was 3 of us and 1 fella. They give us a lift home, that's all.
They? I thought you said it was 1 fella.
Oh, well, we dropped one off first. And anyway, what's it to you?
Thanks, Sam.
Aye. That's what I really like about these surveillance jobs.
What?
Nothing.
Should think you'll get plenty of this sort of stuff if you get your attachment to drugs.
When I get me attachment to drugs.
So you think you get in then, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's a cert, isn't it? I'm just waiting on them telling me when. Mind you, my mum's going up the wall. Thinks I'm going to get done in by some drug-crazed junkie in the first week.
So, you still living at your mum's, yeah?
Yeah?
Oh.
Why?
Don't you start, like, you know, with you and Kirsty and that?
Yeah, so what about it?
Nothing. It's nothing to do with me, is it?
No. You're dead right there.
Hey, he looks dead real, doesn't he? Boy, oh boy, am I living?
I'll tell you what it is to me.
What?
You said what's it to me? Well, if you must know, I'll tell you. Well?
Well, what?
Well, have I got to stand there on the doorstep and bear me innermost the entire flame and close, or can we do this in private?
How about prawns? For supper. I could do these with some salad.
What about Jess?
Oh, I said I'd pick it up for my dad's after supper. Prawns?
I was just wondering whether I ought to stay over tonight.
Well, why? I thought Rob was keeping Hattie for an extra night.
Yes, he is, but I want to make some amendments to these notes while it's still fresh in my mind.
You already delivered the lecture.
You don't think I'm only going to give it one airing, do you? This is a major paper. Anyway, it's going to be the mainstay of my repertoire in the States.
Yes, well, so am I cooking for 1 or 2?
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. I just want to know whether you're staying or not.
I don't know. I suppose I could stay for supper and then go home and do these.
Well, you could work on them here.
You may have noticed, Dr. Choi, that my attention span tends to be somewhat short when you're around.
Stay. You've got masses of time to work on the lecture. Not that I think it needs it.
I do. It needs a bit of sharpening up here and there, and the States trip isn't that far off.
Well, look, before these things graft themselves to my hand, are you staying or not?
Yes, OK. You want me to do some salad?
No, just so long as I know what I'm doing.
Michael? What is the matter?
Nothing. Really.
Nice one, driver.
Any action?
Not if you don't count my fingernails growing.
Hey, listen, about before. I was just asking about you and Kirsty, you know?
Yeah, well, like you said, Rod, it's none of your business, is it?
Yeah, well, I just can't pretend I never knew the girl.
No? You seem pretty good about forgetting she existed when you was engaged to her.
Oh, yeah, and that really bothered you, didn't it? You couldn't wait for something to go wrong, so you could just get in there yourself.
I never made one move on Kirsty until you jacked her in, remember?
Well, she jacked me in, remember?
I found me one person who'd say she didn't have good reason. The way you treated her, the way you showed her up.
Oh, yeah, and you just happened to be waiting round the corner, you know, with your big fat shoulder for her to cry on.
Look, you screwed her up, Rod, not me.
You were a big out, weren't you? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink about me getting off with Emma.
Oh,
You can't say that didn't suit you down to the ground.
Oh, God. Just forget about it, eh? In fact, no, let's just say you blew it and I just picked up the little piece, eh?
Oh, no.
What?
What? She's gone. What? She's gone, Bone Brain. We've missed her.
Are you sure? I mean, if your old fella comes in, he'd probably think that having a cup of coffee together is some sort of primitive mating ritual and give me another belt.
He won't be back for a while. My dad's all right, you know. I mean, well, I know he comes on a bit strong sometimes, but that's because he cares about me.
Yeah, well, sometimes caring for people makes you do all sorts of stupid things. Look, you're going to be dead embarrassed about what I've got to say now. I'm going to be dead embarrassed about what I've got to say, but... Well, I really like you, Sammy. I don't mean fancying you and that, because that's something separate. I mean, I like you. You've got more to you than most girls. You've got brains and, I don't know, pride, I suppose.
Thought pride was supposed to be a sin.
Yeah, but one of your faults is not being able to keep that big gobby all shut when someone's trying to say something nice to you.
Sorry.
Anyway, I didn't mean that kind of pride like him big-headed. I meant, well, being too proud to let yourself get messed about and that. I wasn't spying on you the other night. I wasn't, Sammy, honest. I just wanted to see you, that's all. And I went mad when I seen you in the car because, well, I thought you'd started forgetting.
Forgetting? What?
That you're too good to be getting messed about.
I know. I mean, I know it was stupid getting in the car.
Yeah, well, sometimes clever and gorgeous people do silly things, don't they? I mean, look at me.
Come on, then. You're the one who's in CID. What do we do now?
I don't know, do I? Nip around the chemist and get a few cyanide capsules.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, look, there's not much we can do, is there, except radio in.
You what? You're kidding, aren't you? You can't do that. We can't say she just drove off under our noses.
Well, have you got any better ideas?
Well, there must be another way around it somehow.
Well, go on, then.
Just hang on, I'm thinking.
Anna, come and look at this.
We can't say that.
Why not? Look, all you have to say is she was headed east down Fairfax Road, and if another unit doesn't pick it up, that's their problem, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and some other poor slob gets into trouble, eh?
Well, you've been told not to follow in case her old man turns up while she's gone. And if she's turned off, the other unit doesn't pick it up, do they?
But you can't turn off down East Fairfax, can you?
Well, tell him west, tell him east, and she must have dematerialised. Tell him anything except that we were sat here and she got off under our noses. Anyway, chances are she might have just nipped out for a bottle of Tizer. She could be back any minute.
Oh, anyway, we can't say all that. Might as well just call in and say we blew it.
Oh, yeah. Right, Shirley Temple. But isn't just blotting your copybook, is it? It's me and the stuck as well, you know.
Yeah, well, you were supposed to be watching as well, weren't you?
But it was you lost your rag over Kirsty and me, wasn't it? And anyway, you're the suit, I'm just the backup. Well, go on if it makes you feel better. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Even if it means a bollocking for you.
All right, listen, will you go?
Yeah, as long as I know my name's back on your dance card.
Yeah, well, if me dad finds you here, you'll have no legs to dance with. Look, he won't mind if you come round when everyone else is in there. Well, he won't mind as much.
As long as you don't mind.
No.
See ya.
All right, see ya. Sure.
Rice or pasta?
Ah, that is the question.
No, seriously, which?
I don't mind, whichever you like.
Which you prefer, I don't mind.
No, neither do I, honestly.
Look, it's easy enough. Do you want rice or pasta?
All right, rice. For God's sake, what's the problem?
Sorry, there isn't a problem. Rice is fine.
I don't mind, though, if you'd rather have pasta.
Oh, for God's sake.
Michael, what is going on here? Ever since we left Coniston, you've been going off like one of your Chinese firecrackers.
I'm fine. Honestly. So it's rice then, okay?
Okay.
Hello. Enjoy the Tate?
Very much, thank you. So you've been busy while we were out?
Oh, that, yes. Well, it's precisely because I am busy that I can't afford to have things around here constantly disrupted. Where is our little disruption, anyway?
I dropped her at the newsagent's. You wanted to get something. You do realise that this is the work of a petty adolescent.
Or the sensible precaution of a ratepayer who's had his home invaded. Depends which way you look at it.
Yes, well, I would expect you to look at it from a selfish point of view. Doesn't it ever occur to you to want to share what you've got with someone like Louise who has so little?
God, come on, Anna. Now, that really is adolescent. I know you're doing it with the best of intentions, but you can't just graft someone like Louise onto a family like ours. It just doesn't work.
Louise?
I'll be there in a minute.
Perhaps you'd like to tear this up before she sees it.
No. Sorry, Anna. That might teach her a few basic manners. Make her presence here just a little more tolerable.
What's she going to think?
Ah, yeah. We had a brill time. I got you these from the shop at the Tate. I thought they might look nice on your desk.
Oh. Well, thank you. Now, look, about my desk, Louise.
Oh, and these as well. Should I make us some omelettes? Are this for thrown away?
Yes, it is. It was just a note to remind me to get something.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I used the last of the mayonnaise. Sorry.
We're just making it worse, just sitting here doing nothing. She's not coming back. It's not as if an old fella's not a real criminal, you know. He could do some bad damage while he's out on the loose. Look, if we just call in now and say that she's give us the slip, at least we might be able to get a make-out on the car.
You better do the right thing then, hadn't you? Go on, if you're going to do it.
ADC Corporal to Charlie Control. ADC Corporal to Charlie Control.
Hello? Oh, Richard. Glad you could call back. It's about this, Cartwright case.
Oh, sorry.
Yes?
Oh, right.
Could you just hang on a minute, please, Richard? Look, I'm on the phone.
It was just them staples.
Yes?
Were they the right ones for your size stapler?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to replace them.
No sweat. Only, well...
Hmm?
I was wondering if I could borrow it. The stapler.
Yes.
Tar.
Sorry about that, Richard. No, just a minor problem. I don't expect we'll be interrupted again.
More tea?
No, I must go pick up Jess.
You look tired.
I was proud of you today.
Then what is it? What's wrong? And don't say there isn't something bothering you, because I know there is.
It's how I felt about you, seeing you standing up in front of all those people, seeing them all sit up and listen. You're good. Very good.
I don't see why that's a problem.
It's a problem because I somehow felt that you belonged to me, and you don't.
I think you're being a bit hard on yourself. I mean, I'm sure in the same circumstances, I'd have felt just as proprietorial about you. Anyway, I forgive you any momentary lapses of feeling possessive about me.
watching you on that platform, mesmerizing all those high-powered academics. When I wasn't feeling some sort of stupid possessive pride, I was... Oh, I don't know.
What? Sweetheart, what?
I was wishing there was nothing to be proud of. Don't you see? Half of me hated you for being that good. Because you being that good means I'm going to lose you.
You mean when I go to the States?
Noble of me, isn't it? And I know how much the job means to you.
Perhaps you underestimate how much you mean to me.
Oh, come on. Darling, you have to take that job, and you know it. Look, I've indulged in my bit of 2-year-old foot stamping.
I said, I think you underestimate how much I feel about you. I don't want to be without you either.
No, no, I couldn't live with being the reason you didn't go to the States.
Oh, neither could I. But you could come with me.
Me? Come to America? How can I?
Look at it another way. You could always say, why can't I? It's inconvenient, isn't it, the way we feel about one another?
Alison, about America...
I don't want you to make up your mind this second. But you will think about it, won't you? I mean, seriously think about it.
A drastic shock's in store for one staff nurse and her fiancé just prior to their wedding day. In Jimmy's, next.
Want a grapefruit, Hattie?
No, thanks.
You don't look like you've got the energy to eat one. I oughtn't to have let you go, really.
Why not? I'm not tired.
Oh, no, I can see that. More in the category of exhausted.
Chloe's mother didn't think it was too late for Chloe.
No, well, Chloe's older than you are.
Oh, well, the odd late night doesn't do anyone any harm. What was the play like, anyway?
Well...
Save what energy you have got. Now, let me see if I've got this right. This is only the edited highlights, of course. They had better scenery for the school play. One of the actors shouted too much. Oh, and they all wore neighbours' T-shirts instead of proper costumes.
You've forgotten the woman.
The woman?
The woman in front, I told you.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. The woman who sat in front of Hattie coughed all the time.
Oh, dear. Apart from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the play?
What?
It's a joke, darling. President Lincoln was assassinated at the theatre and a reporter was supposed to have asked his wife that.
Well, it wasn't a very nice thing to ask, was it? Was it a joke, Daddy?
Apparently not.
What'll our house be like in America?
Quite big. Nice big family house. Right, you two need game stuff or anything?
Why did they shoot him, President Thing?
Well, there isn't time for all this now.
You always say that when you don't know. Hello, Mr. Choi.
Good morning, Hattie, Miss Crackery.
Good morning.
Jessica left this. I thought she might need it for school.
Thanks.
Would you like some tea?
No, I mustn't stay.
No, neither must I. I'm dropping Hattie and Jess off at school in my way in. There's plenty of tea there. I'm sure your father will stay if you twist his arm.
Cup of tea?
I'll go and get dressed.
Have you got the time?
I can make a little, Michael. A man should always make time to sit and talk with his son.
I'm not boring you, am I?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I've been running around in circles since half 6, a hemorrhage and 2 admissions.
Yeah, how do you think you've had problems?
Oh, were they really rotten to you?
Oh, no. The sergeant's offered to nip me a medal with his own fair hands. What do you think? Don't usually just pat you on the head for sitting there while your surveillance subject drives off under your nose, you know.
Sorry they were rotten to you.
Could have been OK, but no. Goody two-shoes cork, I mean, we could have come up with something that had got us off to you, but I don't know.
I cannot tell a lie. Well, you probably would have got found out anyway, like you said.
Oh, great. Why don't you take his side?
Look, I know you've had a hard time. It's no need to take it out on me.
Yeah, but there's no need to take his side.
I'm not.
Well, you're certainly not taking mine.
All I'm saying is whatever else you say about Roddy's is one of them who can't help being honest.
Oh, so I'm bent?
Oh, God. Look, all I'm saying is it sounds to me like you were just unlucky. It could have happened to anyone, couldn't it? The woman walking off without you noticing. But it's no more fair them blaming you than you blaming him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well...
Do you think this thing's coming?
Your guess is as good as mine.
And anyway, what reason would I have for sticking up for old Corker?
I'll just stay and see Grandad.
You don't want to miss school, do you, sweetheart? Anyway, I don't think Grandad's going to be able to stay very long.
So you're pretty busy then?
Yes, but not too busy to spend time with my son. But if I'm keeping you...
No, no. Have more tea.
Thank you.
Dear.
Oh, wait, you're not going to believe this.
Oh, your boss didn't find out it was you broke the fax machine, did he?
No, week's fine. This is pleasure.
Go on, then.
Oh, you'll die when I tell you, you know.
I'll die before you tell me at this rate. What?
Well, I got a phone call.
Yeah, well, who from?
Oh, just a certain person, that's all.
Oh, suit yourself.
Only Cav, that's all. Cav? You mean the one and only?
What's he phoning you for?
Oh, charmed, I'm not that forgettable, you know.
Yeah, well, I think you were stupid giving him your number.
Oh, it was all right. He asked me. Anyway, he only gave me work number. And they were all right, him and his mate, weren't they?
Yeah, but they might not have been. We were daft getting in that car, you know.
I know. Oh, anyway, he turned out all right, didn't he? Come on, I didn't miss this bus.
Well, what did he say, anyway?
Oh, nothing much. He just wants me to go out with him, that's all.
Oh, you're having me on. You're all on, you're having me on.
You heard from Caroline this week?
Only that she's well. You'll be missing her help with Jessica.
Yes, but we manage.
We?
Jessica and I.
Ah.
Of course, I'm not saying Caroline's not a huge help. Just knowing she'd pick Jessica up from school on days like today.
There are some problems today?
Oh, no, not a problem. The district nurse wanted a meeting at 3 o'clock. I said it could only last for half an hour, but these things can run on. It's not a problem. Jess knows to wait in school if I'm a minute or two late.
Well, I can pick Jessica up, bring her back here, wait with her till you get home.
Well, honestly, it's not necessary. I'm pretty sure I'll be in time to fetch her.
Please, it's settled.
Well, if you're sure.
Leave it to me. I'm available. Even small changes in routine can make a child feel insecure. Routine, continuity, familiar ground, familiar people. A young tree grows best if the soil around it isn't constantly disturbed.
Dad, Jessica's fine.
I had a friend once who was widowed. A good woman who had borne him 2 fine children.
Now, why do I think this story's going to have tragic consequences?
Not at all. My friend is now a grandfather many times over from his 2 sons, who were brought up well by his second wife.
Who, of course, was Chinese.
Yes. A little while after my friend lost his first wife, he did form a friendship with a woman, French. But he soon realized that life with her would split his children's loyalties between her ways and their own family, their own true culture.
But of course, he'll never know, will he, your friend, whether the Frenchwoman would have made him and his children happy in spite of all that.
He felt it was unlikely, too unlikely to risk.
Well, if you'd ask me, I think it's dead dodgy. I mean, it's not as if we know him. We don't even know anyone who does.
I know, but he didn't exactly come on like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, did he? Or did he to you?
No, but... Well, he might be different when he gets you on his own.
Right. But what if he didn't get me on my own, I mean? What if I asked him to bring that mate along and then I asked Nisha if she'll come?
Oh, great. And then there's two of you with two fellas you don't know from Adam.
Oh, it's stupid. For all I know, if we don't go, we could be missing a really brill night out. You could come.
What? Cav and his mate and three of us. And anyway, I've only just fixed her up with Owen for the last time. He's going to be dead chuffed if I go in a car with them again, isn't he?
And I thought you didn't want Owen to think that he owned you.
I don't. And anyway, he doesn't think that. We've sorted all that out now.
Well, oh, come on, it's only a night out. We'll be dead innocent and all that, you know.
Oh, yeah. And if you really thought that, you wouldn't want me to tag along, would you?
Oh, look, just don't come. I just won't go, all right?
All right.
I'll just miss a really good night out, then.
Suit yourself.
Oh, Sammy, come on, come. Please, I'd do it for you.
I don't know.
Look, why don't you ask him to come, Owen? And then he's got nothing to be jealous about, has he? And what harm can come to us if there's a 6-month Waldham's, Owen?
Yeah, I suppose that'd be all right, but... Well, he mightn't come, might he? I mean, you don't know with him.
You could ask him. Oh, come on, will you? Please.
Yeah, all right, why not?
It'll be sound.
Right.
All right, come in.
No, this won't take long.
What do you want me to do? Stand here all day waiting for an indecent exposure charge? Sit down.
No, sir. I just thought you'd like to know how far you really dropped me in it.
How come?
I told you to be easy on you with you being new to CID.
Oh, yeah, you should have been there. My ears didn't stop ringing for 20 minutes after the bollocking I got.
My heart bleeds.
Why, what happened?
What I told you would happen, Mr. Clean. I've only lost my attachment to drugs, that's all.
All right, well, listen.
And don't go telling me you couldn't have done anything apart from owning up to us blowing it, because I've already had all that crap from Kirsty.
Why, what you mean?
Why, what you mean? I mean, I'm the one who loses out on my attachment, and she goes sticking up for you.
Why, what'd she say, like?
Just said, haven't I?
Oh, listen, Tomo, don't just leave, like...
I'll go and join the Boy Scouts, you creep.
And big black bear. In your language, there's Haksik Kidai Hong.
Hello. You must have just got back before me. My meeting was cancelled. I could have picked this monster up from school after all. I rang to tell you, but they said you'd already left.
I must have just left.
Well, that's odd. Thought I phoned in plenty of time.
I didn't want to be late picking up my very special granddaughter.
Hey, can my big girl go and wash these very painty hands? Then you can have some juice and a biscuit. Anyway, thanks for bringing her home.
That's what fathers are for. I try to do what I can for you, just as I'm sure you'll always do what you can for Jessica.
Hello, could I speak to Kirsty, please? Yeah, OK.
Hi, Owen. Hi, it's me.
Oh, me?
Annie. Yeah, well, my dad's probably still in, you see. Yeah, well, I wanted to ask you something.
Tell him. If he says yeah, you love him forever, tell him.
Well, I can't tell him anything, can I, with you messing? You still there? Yeah. Right. I've got to ask you something.
Hiya. I've just realised, were you asleep? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still here, yeah. What it is, I know you're probably thinking it's funny me ringing you, But I don't know whether Tomo's told you about the other day when we were both put on a surveillance. Yeah, well, I don't know whether he said anything, but he's got it into his head that he thinks I like seeing him getting into trouble. Yeah, I know it's daft. Yeah, well, I just didn't want you to think that. I want you to know what happened. Yeah, only you know me on the phone. Yeah, we could, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great. Well, I'll let you know when Mad Woman is sorted out with Cav. Well, Cav's the one whose car it is. All right, then. I'll see you. Ta-ra. What do you think you're then? What? Cav said to phone him when you've got it sorted and ask him if he can take us forward as well.
All right, I can't.
Well, you can't phone when you get to yours. Your mother's got bigger ears than me, Dad. He said to phone when you've decided. So you've decided.
Oh, no, what if he's gone off the idea?
He won't have. Well, anyway, you better find out if he has, so we can tell Owen and Nisha it's off. Look, go on. Give me that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think you heard me the first time.
I was in the kitchen starting Jessica's tea. My dad's visiting.
Well, it won't take long. And I know you won't mind if I can ask to come indoors. You being a medical man.
Sorry?
Well, as you know, it's generally recommended that a man with my problem shouldn't stand about in adverse conditions too long. And it is a bit nippy.
Please, come in.
Thank you.
It's Mr. Cross, Dad.
How are you, Mr. Cross?
Oh, soldiering on, Mr. Choi, soldiering on. But then again, us old ones do, don't we? They don't make them like us anymore.
I agree, Mr. Cross. The younger generation do seem to lack stamina.
Oh, excuse me, I must just turn the pan off.
And you, Mr. Choi, how are you?
Quite well. Your friend, Mr...
Hardwick. Don't talk to me about Ralph. He's acting as though he's 3 butties short of a picnic.
Sorry?
Oh, it's an old English expression. Probably don't use it in the colonies. The fact is, I'm a refugee from my own home. He's in there now acting like a lovesick old goat. I'll tell you, Mr. Choi, the effects that woman's having on him. The sooner she takes a hook to America, the better.
Oh?
Oh, I've just been telling your dad about Ralph and his lady friend. That's where she's from, the US. And the faster she gets back there, the faster I'll get Ralph back to normal.
Well, perhaps if he's found someone who cares for her, he might not want to be got back to normal, as you put it.
Well, whether he likes it or not, he'll soon have to come back to his senses. I mean, she's just treating this as a holiday romance. And he wants to marry her and go back to America.
Well, that's what'd make him happy, starting a new life with somebody he...
Ralph? America? He'll only wear socks from the British home stores, and she'd have him shoved into cowboy boots.
Again, I agree with you, Mr. Cross, about people from different cultures. Your friend will soon see how temporary such things are. Oil and water don't mix.
Anyway, what can I do for you, Harry?
Well, nothing much, really, except I've decided to change doctors. I mean, the bloke I've got, he wouldn't know the difference between a blackhead and Black Death. So I thought you'd be pleased to know I want to come on your panel.
Come on.
Oh, wait, what if he's not in?
Well, you won't find out unless you phone, will you? Come on.
Oh, we shall say we want to go if he asks anyway.
Well, you won't just pick down the end of the road, will you? He's got a car, hasn't he? Pick somewhere a bit more exotic.
We could go to, St. Helens even.
Oh, yeah, great.
It's unfortunate you're dissatisfied with your present GP.
The man should be struck off, wouldn't you say so?
Well, none of it's actually culpable, Harry.
And another thing, I was only in with him 20 minutes the other day, and the next minute he was shooing me out the door.
Yeah, well, none of us can devote as much time as we'd like to patients.
Of course, I can admire your loyalty to a fellow member of your profession. And I quite understand you can't come straight out and say you think I should kick him into touch, not after what I'll have told you. But you and me, we'll know why I've changed over.
Yes, but you can't change over to me.
You mean that old sawbones won't let me off his panel?
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't want you to stay with him unless you wanted to.
Well, then.
It's a matter of practice areas, Harry. You don't fall into mine, so I can't take you on.
I'm sure it's just a technicality that you can get round.
I'm afraid not.
Are you saying you don't want me on your panel?
No, I'm saying I can't.
Yeah, well, anyway, I just didn't want you to think that, you know?
Well, I knew you wouldn't have done just to lend him any. I told him that.
Yeah, he said. Do you fancy a coffee or anything?
No, I've better not. Only because Tom said you might come round to ours later. I'd better be there.
Suppose he'd go mad, wouldn't he, if he knew you were around here with me?
Oh, I don't see why. I mean, we're only talking about him, aren't we? Anyway, I don't see what's wrong with us just being friends, do you?
No, there's nothing wrong with us just being friends, is there?
Well, I don't see any harm in it, do you?
No, I don't see no harm in it, no. So how have you been, then?
Oh, you know, not so bad. How about you?
Not so bad. How's work?
Same as ever, you know. How's yours?
Oh, just the same, you know.
How is everyone? Tracy and everyone?
Fine. How was your lot?
Fine.
Well, sorry I bothered you.
Not at all. I'm sorry I couldn't solve your problem. But as I said, we're only allowed to take NHS patients in our own area.
Well, that's life. But look, hang on a minute. If I wasn't with you on the state, I could come private.
Well, in theory, yes.
So what's the problem?
Well,
Oh, there's no need to worry. I can pay.
Mr. Cross, Harry, I can't do it.
You mean you can't take me on for money?
I don't take anyone on for money. I take them on because they're sick and because they live in the area in which I practice.
Surely not one private patient.
No, I'm sorry. Let's just say I'm against it in principle.
Oh, well, that's the way you feel.
Look, it's nothing personal. It's just...
Principle, yeah. Well, it's against my principles for a sick old man to have a doctor who tends more to his pot plants than he does to his patients.
I'm sure if you ask around, you'll find another doctor in your own area. But I'm very flattered that you asked me.
Well, as long as there's somebody happy, that's all that matters, isn't it?
Bye.
Yeah. See ya. You're going home now to watch Romeo and Juliet playing footsie on Marksminster. And that's enough to make anybody's blood pressure go soaring up.
I suppose I should be going too.
I'll give Jess her tea, and I think I'll have an early night myself.
Miss Gregory isn't coming tonight, then?
No, Alison only stays occasionally, when it's convenient.
Just a loose arrangement.
It's not a formal relationship, no. But it is... It's become very important to me.
These things can seem important, Michael. A young man like you, vulnerable from grief, to be distracted by a pretty woman.
Pretty, yes, Dad, but not so easily dismissed. Because that's not all Alison is. She's strong, clever, and alive. Alive, Dad.
Michael.
I'm hungry.
All right, little one. Let's give you some tea then, huh?
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I couldn't believe it when I went round to yours and he said where you'd gone.
Oh, sorry. Well, you said you wouldn't be round till about 6:30. I'll be back by then.
What are you doing sneaking round to see him for anyway?
I wasn't. I was going to tell you.
Oh, yeah, sure, I bet.
Well, I might have known you'd be like this about it.
How am I supposed to be?
How about sensible? Just 'cause me and Rod are friends.
Since when?
Since now. Since today, since we decided it was stupid being anything else.
I can't make up my mind if you're a deceiving little cow or just plain dumb. Do you know that?
Well, what's that supposed to mean, then?
You and him, good friends. How can you and Rod just be good friends?
Well, I don't see why we can't.
Well, then you are just plain dumb, aren't you? There's always going to be something going on between you two. And if it's not ain't in the sight of one another, it's going to be something else. Do you not see that, you stupid...
No. No, I don't.
Yeah, well, you will. If you don't already. Oh, what the hell? Why don't you two just get back together and give us all a break, eh?
Look, hang on.
Daddy!
All right, Jess, I won't be a minute.
你要知道，我永遠都係為你着想。
Dad, please, don't do that.
Don't speak to you in your own language.
It's more yours than mine. Look, I don't feel in it, and it puts me at a disadvantage with you.
No, surely.
No, really. It makes me feel like when I was a child and I mispronounced the words. Well, I'm not a child any longer, Dad, and I have to speak my own language.
Michael, you cannot abandon the whole way of life and be happy.
Then don't ask me to, Dad. Don't ask me to abandon my way of life for yours.
I better go.
Good night, Dad.
Good night.
The bridegroom's left gobsmacked when his fiancée turns up in the full bridal works in Jimmy's after the break.
Hey, I thought I was calling for you.
I'm here now, aren't I?
Was your old fella said he can't see me again, has he?
No, what's up with you?
You looked as if you were sneaking out there.
No, I just didn't want all sorts of questions, that's all.
Oh, so he has been saying something, hasn't he? He's abusing.
No!
Oh, you're sneaking out on me, were you?
Look, stop being so stupid. I asked you to come, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, when you fixed it up with you and Ronnie and these two fellas.
Look, I can go on my own, you know.
Oh, and you'd love that, wouldn't you? No chance. I'm coming. Come on.
Stop being so stupid, then.
Gordon?
Hiya. Look who I met on the way home.
Louise, what are you doing here?
Where's Anna?
Is she supposed to be here?
Where is she?
Dad?
Your mother's had to go up to the Lake District.
Gran?
What happened?
She had a fall. Looks like her hip might be fractured.
God.
Gerald was out of his mind with worry. She had to go.
Has she got to stay all night?
Could be weeks. She was trying to pick apples, apparently.
Poor Gran.
Well, you know Gerald. Never get the full story. Anna never said you were coming.
She phoned last night.
Well, I'm sorry. You'll have to go back.
Away!
I'm sorry, Louise.
Surely she can have some supper.
No, I really think...
Have some supper and I'll take you back, OK?
Does this mean I can't come for ages?
I don't know.
How long will she be there?
We don't know.
Sure it won't be long.
Hey, Harry, do you know there's 3 national parks within an hour's drive of Las Vegas?
There's 3 national parks within an hour's drive of Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But it's not the same, though, is it? I mean, Snowdonia is not the Grand Canyon, is it?
The last time you were in North Wales, you thought it was the bee's knees. It's been good enough for you all your life.
Yeah, but you don't get wolves and black bears in Blind-Out Festiniog, do you?
And what do you want wolves and black bears for at your age?
What's age got to do? You speak for yourself, mate. You're as old and as young as you feel.
Hi.
Hello, love. I was just saying, you're as young as you feel.
And right now, these old bones feel 1,000 years old. Oh, I don't know how you guys cope with it.
Practice. I'll make a cup of tea, eh? Do you want one, Harry?
No, I'm all right.
You know, I think I'll just have a bath and warm up, OK?
Yeah, it's OK by me. You weren't planning on having one, were you?
Don't mind me.
You know, I was thinking, what I need is some real sun again.
Ah, never mind. We'll soon be over in Nevada.
But I was thinking maybe some sun and sea. You know, I'm going to go down to the travel agents tomorrow and see if they've got something good in the Caribbean.
What, the West Indies?
Yeah, I thought the Bahamas. Why not? We could fly to Nassau and then fly on to Vegas.
2 flights?
Skip the expense, eh? Or don't you like the idea of a honeymoon in Nassau or someplace?
Well, yeah, but...
It's fixed then. That's what we'll do.
2 flights?
You can't outpick 'em, can't you? Honeymoon in the West Indies.
I thought I was only going to have to cope with 1 trip to Las Vegas.
You're worried about flying, aren't you?
No, but look, from here to the Caribbean and then on to Nevada, that's more than 12 hours in the air.
It's more than that. You're still scared of flying, aren't you? At your age.
What's age got to do with it? I'm terrified.
Oh, where are we going anyway?
Ronnie fixed it up, I don't know.
Well, I don't see why we couldn't just wait in yours.
Well, I didn't want them to see the car, did I?
Why?
Because they don't know Tony and Cav, do they?
So what?
Oh, so you know what my dad's like? He'll come out and make a show of me in front of everyone. Oh, anyway, here they are.
Hey, do you two know where we're going?
You're not going to dress like that, are you?
Like what?
Couldn't you have got him to dress up a bit, son?
Hey, I am dressed up.
Are you?
Turn it in, Ronnie. Where are we going?
Why do you want to know that?
Well, I just do.
Where's your sense of adventure gone?
Look, you fixed it up with these fellas. You must know where we're going.
Yeah, Ronnie, where are we going?
Oh, God, you're as bad as him. What do you just want to know that for? How often do we get our hands on someone who's got a car, eh? We can go anywhere, can't we?
Yeah, and I'd like to know where.
We could be going over the water somewhere. Or Manchester. I don't know. Where do you fancy going then, Sammy?
Dunno. We don't know what to wear, though.
Do you know these?
Are you sure they're coming?
Yeah, I rang Cav this morning. It's okay.
Well, then why didn't you say where we're going?
Because I didn't ask.
Why not?
I just didn't. We're going out.
Yeah, well, I had to rush to get here this early, Ronnie.
Oh, poor you.
Hey, I just want to know where we're going, all right?
That's 4,800 miles from here to Nassau and 2,000 more from there to Las Vegas.
6,800.
6,800 miles.
600 miles an hour at 40,000 feet. Not a bit like the old 642 Liverpool to Glasgow run. Still, it'll seem like nothing in 12 months. You'll soon get used to it. The Yanks are mad about travelling. Planes here, planes there. Lana said she'd like to go on a world cruise before she's too old. This honeymoon should be good practice for you.
Oh, yeah, never thought of that.
Who'd have thought it, eh? Ralph Hardwick jetting off across the world to start a new life in America. And in a place like Las Vegas. You know what they call it, don't you? The city that never sleeps. Not that I could do it. The strain would be too much for me. I couldn't live there. Couldn't stand the strain. It's all go, 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 you know. Pace of life's terribly fast. You might like it, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps I might.
Could be a tonic. Lively little woman like Lana.
That's a change of tune from you, isn't it?
Well, if that's what you want. Do you remember Bill Higgins, the fireman?
Oh, Big Bill.
That's the fella. Strong as an ox. Do you know what? He could move 6 or 7 tons of coal on the London run. Took early retirement. His daughter married an Australian doctor. So he went out there to live with them in Sydney.
Did he?
Had the life of Riley. Christmas down the beach, the Great Barrier Reef, surfboarding, did everything. Died in 6 months.
All right.
Mind you, as you say, get as old as you feel.
She settled herself upstairs. Didn't even ask.
Well, Mum did invite her.
God's sake, she can't stay.
Why not?
Isn't it obvious? Use your imagination. A young girl here, your mother away.
I hardly think that we're gonna...
Well, no, you wouldn't.
Louise? I'm doing my own work.
May I come in?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to go back to the home.
Where is she? In the Lake District?
Come on, have to pack up and go.
Can't you tell me?
In Kendal. Now, come on.
I've been there. We went on a trip to Windermere. We stopped there for dinner.
You can finish your homework when you get back.
Anna said I could stay.
No, I'm sorry, you can't.
Why not?
It isn't right.
Why?
Let her finish her homework, Dad. I said I'll take her back. All right, Louise?
If I go back, they'll think you don't want me staying anymore.
That's nonsense. I could go in and explain.
That won't be necessary.
You give me a shout when you've finished, okay?
There's no reply. They must be on the way. Try it again. No. You might have dialed the wrong number. Oh, for God's sake, they're not late, you know.
Hey, Ron, you sure you know I'm coming here?
Yeah? Are you sure?
Now that I'm here, I bet they don't even turn up.
Oh, look, they know you're coming. They don't mind.
Oh, come in, Sam. Let's spew it, eh? Let's get off, me and you on our own.
Why?
They're all going to turn up, are they?
I don't know.
Oh, it's only you didn't, Sammy. I mean, I'd rather if you and Owen came as well.
Oh, brilliant. You're like a gang of kids. Don't worry, Niche. We're coming with you.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late.
This'll burn if I leave it, sorry.
Shall I get us some tea?
Yeah.
I was just leaving the lab when the phone went. Guy from one of the medical journals. They want me to write an article.
Really?
Yeah. Something I was involved in a few years ago. I'm really pleased about it. Actually, I think I told you about it. Enzymes.
Oh, yeah, she said it didn't get the publicity it deserved.
Yep. Well, now it gets 5,000 words in microscopic print.
Hey.
Oh, that smells good.
I was hoping you'd say that. Does that mean you're going to stay?
Oh, twisted my arm. Is that confidence in your cooking or no, Jess?
2 places. It's confidence in my cooking.
Where is she?
She's eating at my father's.
Ah.
Which means we've got time to ourselves. You okay?
Yeah. It's just you usually go together.
I told him I had other plans.
Eating with me.
Didn't go into detail. Excuse me. Oh.
Don't drive like that with us, innit? You'll be all right. Hiya.
All right. Hey, this is not the same car.
Yeah, my brother's put us in for a service. He borrowed this off a mate.
Smart, eh?
This is Owen, by the way.
All right.
All right. Look, are we going or what?
Where are we going, Cav? This lot wants to know.
How about Wigan?
Wigan?
Yeah, the disco at Wigan Pier.
Must be joking.
We can have a good razz on the way. Come on, get in.
Come on, let's have it.
You go on, get in there. Hey, shall I get in the back with the girls, eh, mate? No, you're all right, mate.
Hey, you. I don't need racket when you get back.
You what?
I wasn't talking to you, I mean him. Do you hear that, love? No noise when you come home.
Who's this? Your arm fella.
I wish I was. Tell her to steer clear of you fellas.
Is that all that's bothering you? Flying?
Well, yeah.
Look, you don't think I'm making things happen too fast, do you?
Oh, of course I don't, Lana. Meeting you, I feel like I won the pools.
The pools? Is that gambling thing?
Yeah, I feel like I won first divvy.
Divvy?
Oh, Lana, love.
I was sort of hoping you wouldn't say anything like that.
Like what?
Well, comparing me to some sort of jackpot.
Oh, now, what have I said?
Look, Ralph, I'm a pretty wealthy woman. Carter made plenty of shrewd investments. After he died, a lot of guys came on strong. Know what I mean? Wealthy widow.
Is that what you think? That I think you're a soft touch? Lana, I meant I was happy.
Happier than when you were going to marry Madge?
Oh, Madge was a mistake. I haven't seen her for going on 3 years.
But she was rich, too.
Madge rich? Hang on, what's he been telling you?
That he had to put a stop to your relationship because you were fortune hunting.
He said I was fortune hunting.
Lousy punch when you got your Bessie suit on, eh?
Oh, shut up moaning, will you, and give us hands. Can't shift these. They must have seized up solid. Hey, make sure that jack's safe. This is useless. They won't even budge.
The brace is knackered, that's why. Hang on, I'm sure there's a better one in the boot.
Yeah, do you want me to get it?
Hey! Something wrong with your eyes. It's here.
How long is it going to be, Carl?
Soon, he shapes himself.
Oh, that's cruel. We'll give us some company then. Not a minute.
Hey, do you reckon this car's knock-off?
What?
Knock-off, you're deaf.
Shut up, you can't say that.
There's all kinds of gear hidden in the boot, all car radios.
Everything all right?
Hey, lads, has this car been robbed or what?
Listen, I told you, it's my brother's mate's all right.
Oh, aye. And he wears this stuff then, does he?
His mate's a bird, an air stewardess.
Owen.
Just wondered. I meant to tell you were getting off.
Stop making a show me, you.
I'm sure Mum won't be up there too long. When I speak to her, I'll get her to give you a ring, OK?
Ready?
Look, I've got to see a client in town, so we'll get a taxi up the top.
Fine.
I took the atlas from upstairs. Is that okay?
Well, give it back when you're finished. Goodbye.
See you.
I'm looking forward to this meal.
Good. It's part of my repertoire. B+ for beef stroganoff.
Oh, I don't know about a B+. Maybe a B.
What, you'll be sick and tired of beef stroganoff by the time I get an A?
Well, I really ought to cook for you more often.
I enjoy it. I got a letter off the FPC today.
Oh?
About America. I made inquiries about their doctor exchange schemes. They thought it might be a good chance, though they couldn't promise anything.
You're serious?
Yes.
I didn't expect you to move so fast.
What, you mean you don't want me in the States before you get there?
I don't want to put you in a difficult position.
I'm not having second thoughts.
I don't want to come between you and your family.
That will be my decision.
I don't want Jess upset, and I don't want you losing touch with your father.
It will be my decision.
All right. But just look at tonight. Jess is having supper with your father. You usually go together. You sit up till all hours talking.
Tonight she'll stay over. My dad will take her to school tomorrow.
Was that his idea?
No, my idea. She still should see her grandfather.
In America, she couldn't.
If it's necessary, I can send her over on holiday. It's not a problem.
Don't get so mad, honey.
Well, maybe Madge was after what little I'd got. But that doesn't give him the right to interfere with us. All that rubbish about flying, he was deliberately winding me up and I fell for it.
Oh, just forget it, honey. He's a lonely old man.
I'm looking forward to it, you know. I mean, it'll be a big change, but I can cope.
Now, look, if you need more time...
No, I don't need more time. If I'm going to make any changes, I want to make them now.
You know, I was a fool for believing what Harry said. Now, about the flying.
Oh, Phil's such a puddin'.
Flying used to bug Carter, too. Hell, he wouldn't even take a short hop to L.A. It had to be train or car.
Really?
Really. And you know, I've just had an idea. The Queen Elizabeth II.
QE2?
Yeah, why not? You know, we could take part of the world cruise, we could go down to the Caribbean, and then on to San Francisco. How about that?
Oh, you're a cracker.
Another aeroplane crash in America? Probably be on the news.
Ah, well, we won't be flying to America, see? Land's going to book us on the QE2.
The QE2?
Yeah, why not?
And you had no right to say I was a gold digger.
Who, me?
Well, it was sort of a mean thing to say.
So don't deny it.
Oh, please, Ralph, just forget it.
No, it needs to be said. You're trying to wreck this marriage. Ever since you heard about it, you've been trying to stop it.
Because you're stupid.
Yeah, I'm stupid for letting you interfere. But then I've always been stupid, haven't I? Every time I wanted to do anything, every time I wanted to go anywhere, you tried to stop it.
Because I'm your best mate. Your best mate. And I didn't want you to make a mistake.
The only mistake I ever made was coming to live here with you. You spoil everything because you're jealous.
Jealous?
Yeah, you're jealous because you don't want to lose me. You need a skivvy round here. Run us down to the club, Ralph. Make us a cuppa, Ralph. What's for tea, Ralph? You treat me like some sort of butler or chauffeur. Maybe Madge was the wrong choice for me, but you didn't care about me making the wrong choice. All you cared about was me leaving, because you wouldn't have lost a mate, you'd have lost a skivvy and a dog's body.
He's leaving then.
I'm sorry, Harry. It's all set.
Oh, hello. Yes, it's Mr. Collins. It's just that she's left a few homework books here. Could I have a quick word? What? Not there? My son dropped her off just a short time ago.
Just nip back for a price list.
Hold on a moment. Did you take Louise back? It's the home.
Yes.
Did you take her in?
I dropped her at the gate.
Damn girl, she's done it again. She's absconded.
Slow down, please.
Oh, you're all right.
Tell him.
Hey, come on, lad. Slow down a bit, will you? Got the wind up, have we?
Look, he's scaring me.
Hey, this isn't the way to Wigan. We're going to see me cousin, all right?
You never mentioned anything about that.
He owes us some money, you know. Louder money! Hey, slow down, will you?
Have you ever wondered why the driving public of this country always manage to break down at 1 o'clock in the morning? On the hard shoulder of the motorway, pouring with rain. They've always got crying kids in the back. I have. It's one of the perks of the job. That and the stimulating conversation you have with a colleague. Aston Villa for a draw.
No.
Hey up. He's in a hurry. Let's have it. Foxtrot 6 car 1 to BT. PMC check required. Black Escort XR3 registration Bravo 67.
Why don't you just stop his stupid bat?
Get out! Get off! Hey, you touch him!
I want to stop fighting now in the back.
Vehicle stop from Harden Street, Liverpool.
Scousers.
Why don't you just stop?
Oh, burn these off easy. Come on, let's go.
The message received. Heading south on A570 towards St Helens. Ladies going through the gap. Heading north on A570 towards NPK Liverpool. Accelerating to intercept. Come on, shift out of the bleeding road. Come on. Right. Just keep your eyes on him. Just keep your eyes on him, Bob. Come on. That's right. We've got a comedian. Foxtrot 6, car 1 to BD. Presently on A570, 85 miles an hour at the moment. Following stolen car in pursuit but holding back.
Come on, Capper, catch me. Lose them. You'll never lose them.
Look, just stop. Stop.
Not too close, Bob. That's right. That's right. Just keep steady.
You better stop him. I've had enough. Stop the thing. I told you, didn't I?
Oh, look, let us out. Right, that's enough. Just stop, you.
God, I'm not getting nicked. You're going to let us out. I won't go any faster.
Car 1, do you request immediate response vehicles? Over.
Foxtrot 6, car 1 to BD, negative. This one's ours.
Tommy, stop the bleeding car!
What the hell do you think they're playing? Honestly, looking at the kids. How many do you think are in there? Foxtrot 6, car 1 to BD, heading over motorway bridge just past the horseshoe inn on the left. Where the hell's he going now?
Oh, we
Heading into a gravel pit. Council Yard. Intercept him now.
Get out of it!
Top 6 car 1 to BD at the moment on Mercer Lane off Liverpool Road, Lydiard. Presently speed 60 miles an hour. Still in pursuit of stolen car. Will accelerate to intercept. Just accelerate it, intercept him! It's crashed!
Thanks, Jim, yeah. Yeah. If I can't do it after dinner, I'll do the trip tonight. Yeah. Cheers, mate. See ya.
Do you think we should ring Ronnie and Nisha's parents?
We've pestered each other all night, love.
Well, ring the hospitals or the police then.
If they're together, they'll be at some stupid party or something.
Oh, Frank, till this time. She's due in school now.
They probably stayed over at someone's. Why didn't you ask her when she went out?
Because I didn't see her go out. You were home early. Why didn't you ask her?
Because I was decorating the bathroom.
Will you ring the police? Well... We didn't ring when our Jeff went missing that time. We got told off for ringing them late.
This is different, love. Chris, the 3 teenage girls who've gone out and haven't come home on time, they'll just tell us to wait.
Well, I'm still worried.
I'm gonna murder her when she gets home.
Have you heard anything yet?
Not a thing. All I can say is that she has a history of running away.
Have you phoned Mum?
No, she's got enough on her plate with Mona and Gerald.
I should want to know. Well, phone her then.
How can I? She's only accused me of packing her off without a thought. I wish she'd never taken up with her. She's nothing but trouble.
Well, you were rather impatient with her, you know. She could have stayed over. Do you want me to go out looking for her?
Well, who knows where she goes when she does this sort of thing?
Shall I ring Mum then, seeing it was my fault?
No, I'm not blaming you. It's her. She's totally undisciplined. Who knows what she'll do next?
Why didn't you give us a shout?
I thought you were on your rest day.
I am, but I'm still behind with my reports. I wanted to go to the gym this Savvy. Haven't been for weeks.
Hey, is he one of your mates?
Why?
That busy? I think he's going to the Choirs.
He's traffic.
I wonder what he wants.
Probably delivering a summons or something. Looks like Wally Woods.
Why don't you go and ask him?
Do you think I am?
Well, you know him, don't you? Usually out there yourself, knows him when there's busies in the close.
I'll get out of it.
It's true.
And anyway, it's nothing to do with me now. I'm CID.
Is it Samantha Rogers, age 16 years? Yeah. And can you just check the address again for me? Thanks.
Look, Frank, I think we should ring the police. Or at least see if one of the other parents have, eh?
It's too soon yet.
Well, how about Owen then? Perhaps he knows something.
Leave him out of it.
Frank, it's worth a try.
I don't want anything to do with him, and he's not wanted here. Yeah, love. You get that down here.
Thanks.
I'll get it. Now you stay there.
Mr. Rogers?
Yeah?
Do you mind if I come in for a minute?
No.
Mrs. Rogers?
You lost our Sammy?
I'm afraid so, yeah. She's in hospital.
What's happened?
A car accident. She's got a broken arm, I think, and slight facial injuries.
Oh, no.
Is she okay?
Why don't you sit down, love? Do you mind if I...
No, go. Where is she?
She's in Ormskirk Hospital.
Ormskirk? What's she doing there?
Well, the accident happened in the Lancashire area. She's still unconscious, I'm afraid. She's very lucky, you know. Apparently it was a stolen car. 2 teenagers were killed.
Killed?
Oh, Frank, it'd be Ronnie and Nisha.
I haven't got all the details, I'm sorry. Look, I'll run you to the hospital, sir. If you'd like to get some things together for your daughter, perhaps a toothbrush and a towel and... I really am very sorry, love.
You know, you haven't said a word to him since last night.
No, I'm not going to either.
Oh, Ralph.
What he said about me marrying you for your money was unforgivable.
We both know it was just desperation.
Flamey cheek calling me his mate after that.
You have known each other a long time.
Aye, too long.
Morning. Any tea in the pot?
Oh, no, I'll make some fresh.
I'll see to it.
I think we should bring the wedding forward.
Forward?
Yeah, because I don't want to stay here any longer than I've got to.
We haven't even made our reservations on the Queen Elizabeth yet.
Well, if we have to wait, I'll book us into a hotel.
I Are you really set on this?
Yeah, I prefer to be out of here.
See anyone?
In fact, I think we should go down the travel agents now.
Well, there's no rush.
I prefer to go now.
Okay. But I've got some washing to do. You go down and check it out, and then we'll make definite reservations this afternoon.
Right.
And then I thought maybe we could go out, because there's a lot more I want to see of it.
Paul? Paul, can you do us a favour? Aunt Sammy's been in an accident. What? The police are on me and Chris to the hospital now. Aunt Katie's due home for the dinner soon. Will you tell her what's happened and look after her?
Well, of course, of course. Is she all right?
I'm not sure, mate. She's still unconscious. Paul has to go anyway. Cheers, thanks.
What's going on, Paul?
It's Sammy Rogers. She's had an accident.
Oh, no.
Father said she's still unconscious.
Poor girl.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like washing, Carrie?
No, thank you.
Come on, it's no problem.
He wouldn't want his fiancée being a skivvy for me as well, would he?
Ralph shouldn't have said some of those things.
He's my best mate.
I know. And I want you to go on being mates.
It's too late now.
Don't be crazy, Harry. You can still be friends.
He doesn't want to know anybody can see that.
He does. Can't you see he was hurt? It was rather a lousy thing you said about him and Madge. He just wanted to blow off steam. How do you think I felt? It's a big step for me, too, you know, a whole new way of life. I could have hurt Ralph walking out on him over that crazy story you came up with. Oh, well. No damage done, thank the Lord. But I can't bear to see you two not talking. Apologize, won't you?
Not till he apologises.
How are you going to tell little Katie? It'll come as a shock.
I'll manage.
Don't you think it'd be better coming from a woman?
For God's sake. I've told a dozen families they've lost a loved one. Did very little else in Burma at one time.
Well, I hope it's not that bad for young Sammy.
Yeah, well, I'll go up to school and meet Katie. That'll be best.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, no one will know. I want to know where he hid the stolen beef.
Don't you dare look at any of this stuff. It's confidential.
I'll go on. I want to know where he hid it.
No. No, I told you.
I won't tell anyone. Is that all you're doing anyway? Chasing people who've stolen a bit of meat?
Hey, this is a good one, this. Nearly 2,000 quid's worth was nicked.
And the meat beat, eh? Better than the cod squad.
What?
Cod corkle, they call you, don't they?
You gone soft or something?
Oh, come on, you can't deny it, cod.
Look, I haven't got time for your messing.
Why have you gone red?
Why can't you just leave me alone, eh?
You're dying to ask, aren't you? Send a Pratt to catch a mackerel.
Where'd you hear all this from, then? Where, eh? One job that went wrong. God, I'm sick of the whole thing.
Oh.
And just you tell whoever's spreading all these rumours about to keep their mouths shut.
Does that include Detective Inspector Boyd?
What?
His daughter-in-law works at the salon. Shall I tell her what you said?
Don't be soft.
The face on you. Tina's father-in-law said you were in the wrong place at the right time.
Why won't they let us see her?
You'll have to wait until the doctor's seen her.
But she's had all the tests. The nurse said.
Do you want a drink?
No, I don't want a drink. I want to see her.
Chris, sit down and relax, love.
Oh, Sammy in a stolen car, Frank. I don't believe it.
It's that nut of the lad she's been seeing.
Oh, no, Frankie wouldn't do that.
Don't you know? Chris, we don't even know him.
Oh. Mrs. Rogers, just 1 minute. Oh, Frank.
All right, love.
How can I be all right? Frank, I've read about things like this. She could be unconscious in there for years.
Chris, don't, love.
Did you see her face?
Excuse me. Can I help you?
Yeah, Mrs. Rogers.
Just down there on the right.
Mr. and Mrs. Rogers. How's Samantha? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'll have to interview her when she's conscious.
Do you know what happened?
Still trying to get to the bottom of it.
Well, do you know who she was with?
There were 5 others with her in the car.
5?
Yeah.
Well, were there any girls there? Have you got their names?
Yeah, Veronica Williams and Nisha Batra, both 16 years. Concussion and badly shaken up.
Was it a knockoff? I mean, was it a stolen car?
It usually is.
What were they doing?
Speeding, driving recklessly, driving on the wrong side of the road.
Did he hit anyone else?
There's no other vehicle involved, thank God.
Yeah, but I mean, you know...
The kid driving crashed it. He couldn't handle it at that speed.
So you caused it?
They caused it. Breaking the speed limit in a stolen car.
They're only kids, for God's sake.
They were breaking the law.
I suppose you were chasing them at 30.
We had no choice, Mr. Rogers.
No choice? If you hadn't chased them, my daughter wouldn't be lying in there and 2 kids wouldn't be dead.
Someone else's wife or father or mother could be sat in there, killed or maimed by some yobbo in a stolen escort.
Oh, sorry. Just wanted to wake up.
The others, who were they?
Anthony Hampson, 18 years. Francis Kavanagh, 19 years. Boyfriends?
No.
I'm afraid they were both dead in arrival at hospital. The other lad's been transferred to intensive care at Walton Hospital. Owen Daniels, 18 years.
Owen? Did you know she was seeing Owen?
Boyfriend?
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's in a bad way. Internal injuries, unconscious too.
Hello? Anna? How's Mona? Huh, Louise? In Kendal? Well, how could I let her stay?
It's in here, about Sammy Rogers. What a load of rubbish.
Let's see.
2 drunken teenagers died last night when police chased a car which was stolen at speeds over 80 miles per hour through Skelmersdale, near Lancashire. The driver of a Ford Escort XR3A had to be cut out of the wreckage when the car overturned in a country lane. The driver and front seat passenger were dead on arrival at Ormskirk General Hospital. The 2 dead will not be named until relatives have been informed, but the injured were Samantha Rogers, aged 16, and Veronica Williams. Now, can you imagine her getting drunk and robbing a car?
Loads of kids do it.
Yeah, but her name's been printed and nothing's been proved.
Well, she was in the car, wasn't she?
Well, maybe she didn't know it was stolen.
Come off it.
Oh, you don't know? It's the papers. They print anything they like. Take my dad's court case, for instance, over hitting the teacher. Well, my name was mentioned and I did nothing wrong. People still whisper about me on the bus and that. Sex case hairdresser, they make me sick.
Yeah, well, they've got a right to report about court cases.
Oh, yeah, and ruin people's reputations.
Sammy Rogers was only injured.
Just wait till she gets out of hospital. They'll be calling her a car thief and a drunk and everything just because of that.
Oh, get away.
Go on, laugh. You don't know what it's like. Please don't print rubbish about you.
Yeah, well, I don't give them any reason to, do I?
Yeah, well, even if you did, they probably wouldn't. They'd be too scared. And you pick on people who can't fight back.
What have I done?
Yeah, who wants to go on Concord? Hey, do you know they got a branch of Harrods on the QE2?
Yeah, well, don't say too much about it while Harry's around, OK?
I'll rub his flaming nose in it.
Oh, honey, that's just what I don't want. He's pretty down right now.
Yeah, well, it's time he was put straight. I should have told him years ago.
He's gonna be awfully lonely when we leave.
Oh, we'll find some other mug.
I want you to apologize. I mean it. He's given me the hospitality of his home for weeks now. I don't want to go back with all this on my mind.
After what he said, all the lies. He could have broken us up, you know, because that's what he was after.
Maybe, but I'm prepared to forget it. Look, he knows he can't come between us now. Apologize,
No.
Please, Ralph.
Look, if he apologises to me, then I might just consider it.
Can't you do better than that?
No, Lana, because it's a matter of principle.
Have you phoned work yet?
I'll do it later.
Any more news on Samantha?
No, she's still unconscious.
We suppose they're only Nisha.
It seems they didn't know that the car was stolen.
Gonna try and pin that one on our Sammy, are you?
Frank, please.
I'll still have to question her about it.
She won't be prosecuted, though, will she?
It's not up to me, love.
The other girls, how are they?
In a lot of trouble with their parents, but otherwise all right. Veronica's none too happy about getting her friends injured. It seems it was her idea to go with these two lads.
Do you know anything about them?
Well, they've both had convictions for taking cars.
How did she get tied up with the likes of them?
We'll have to wait until the inquest to find out.
An inquest? Well, Sammy won't have to go there, will she?
I'm afraid so. They all will.
Oh, she's fine, Mrs. Black. Well, I just didn't expect her to go running up to Kendall. Oh, yes, they've become very close. She'll be back in a day or two. Yes, I'll see to that. All right. Uh-huh. Goodbye. She spent the night wandering around and then took a coach up to Kendal.
Louise?
Who else? Now your mother's blaming me for upsetting her, she says.
Is she okay?
Oh, she's fine. She's got beyond a joke. Your mother's become obsessed with that damn girl.
She does need looking after.
Your mother needs looking after. That girl's running this whole household. She's running your mother's life. She's even beginning to run mine. She's got her on a string, manipulating her every step of the way. If it suits her, she'll stay here playing the daughter. Otherwise, she does what she likes. Meanwhile, we're taking all the strain.
Mum says she needs guidance, Dad.
Guidance? She needs discipline. Why can't Anna be content to be a magistrate? Why does she have to be the social conscience of Brookside Close?
Hardly.
She gets worse. That girl followed her home after a court hearing. She should have wiped her hands of it there and then. Isn't that the whole basis of being a JP? Complete impartiality, remaining detached, dispassionate. She's made a classic mistake. She's at that silly girl's beck and call. It's do-gooding gone mad.
Well, you've got your Sappho work. Isn't that do-gooding?
There's no comparison. Louise isn't our responsibility. We've done our turn as parents. It's Lucy. Your sister couldn't stand it here, so she voted with her feet and left us. And I go so far as to say your mother drove her away. Oh, no. Couldn't have a distressed daughter stealing shampoo from supermarkets. Now she feels so guilty about her daughter who barely writes twice a year. And she has to have someone else to mold. A second chance, someone she just picked up along the way. But it's not right. It's not our responsibility.
And that day we went to the fair, and your dad wandered off and got lost. Remember, we were an hour looking for him. We find him on the Big Dipper with some lads from Bootle. That was when you were 10. Doesn't seem very long ago, does it? Remember our Katie had just started school and she used to cry every day going to school?
Doing great, love.
Don't you want to have a go?
Well, better add than me, Chris. Do you want some tea, love?
Yeah, please. Sam, do you remember when we first moved up here? That first Christmas? When your dad and I went out and left you lot to cook the turkey, eh? What a disaster. Do you remember it wouldn't fit into the microwave and you cut it in half and then your dad got angry when his new record got smashed? Sam, remember when we dressed up as Arabs to fool Harry Cross and you were really upset? Sam, nurse, nurse, quick! She's just come round suddenly. Will she be all right? Nurse, will you tell my husband? Sam? Oh, Sam, come on, love, wake up. Don't go back to sleep. There's a good girl. Sammy, come on, love.
What's happened?
She just came round suddenly.
Oh, thank God for that. Has she said anything?
No, not yet. Sam? Sam, look, it's your dad. Can you see him? Oh, speak to her, love, eh?
You'll be all right, love. Hey, did you get the doctor?
Yeah.
Sam, you're gonna be fine, love. You're gonna be great, love.
See, Roger's girl's been injured in a car chase.
Yes, I know. Ralph told me. He saw the patrol car next door.
Well,
Are you sure you wouldn't like anything washing, Harry?
No, thanks. Hello, fella. I don't suppose nobody's fed you, have they?
Speak to him.
No, love.
It's not just me he's dumping, you know. Oh, no. He's swanning off to America and leaving the pair of us. What does it say on those posters?
Talk to him.
A dog is forever, not just for Christmas. What he doesn't realise, he's like you. He was no more than a stray when I took him in. Talking about biting hand that feeds you. And he talks about loyalty. You've got more loyalty in one paw than he's got in the whole of his body. And you're just a dumb animal.
Right.
Look, just leave it, Lana. Don't let him needle you.
Just what the hell do you think you're trying to do, Harry Cross? If there's a dumb animal in here, it's you.
Look, you're wasting your time. Ignore him.
No! I want this feud ended. You're acting like a couple of kids. Speak to each other. Will you please speak to each other and get this over with once and for all? I don't believe this. 2 grown men. Please.
Not till he apologises.
Oh, no. Not till he apologises.
I've got to go into the office now, Dad, so, Gran can come out of hospital week after next. Mum says she's delighted with Louise turning up.
Is she?
Come on, Dad. If she makes Mum happy, then...
Oh, yes. If she makes her happy. I've no choice, have I? Brian Lawrence made her happy, too. I have to grin and bear it.
He's got nothing to do with anything.
Hasn't he?
How are you feeling, love? You all right?
Not bad.
Sam, what were you doing in a stolen car?
Frank, that's enough.
Chrissy's lucky to be alive. 2 of them were killed.
Killed? Who?
Did you have to?
Killed?
It was the 2 boys who stole the car, love. Ronnie and Nisha are all right.
But Owen? What about Owen?
Owen's still alive. But he's been very badly injured and he's in a coma.
He didn't want to come. I made him. It's all my fault.
Oh, now, Sam, don't blame yourself for what happened, love.
Yeah, but, well, he wanted us to go somewhere on our own and I wouldn't. It's all my fault, Dad.
No, it's not, love. No, it's not.
A quiet wedding for a staff nurse and her fiancé, or so he thinks, at Jimmy's next.
Then we had general studies with Mrs. Walton. That was rotten as usual. Even more rotten than usual. Because all I could think about was you lying here. Oh, Owen, please wake up. The doctors have said there's nothing to stop you from waking up at any time. It might just be a word, a noise, just something that gets through to you. was so stupid. You knew there was something wrong and I just didn't listen to you. It should be me lying there. Now, why do I feel so guilty?
I give up. What have you been up to?
Taking the afternoon off.
I don't feel guilty.
Oh, well, that suits me then. If my lawyer says it's all right for me to skip school for the afternoon, then it's okay by me.
You know what he's gonna be like.
But we still have to wait, though.
You know, I can hardly wait to show you off back home. Just think, if Mona and Gerald hadn't had that crazy idea about having a honeymoon in Vegas in the first place, we never would have met. What are you looking forward to seeing most?
The Grand Canyon, I think. As well as the town itself, you know. Do they have churches in Las Vegas?
Every kind of religion you can think of, and then some. Where do you want to get married?
I hadn't thought about it, really. I'm Church of England.
Oh, I'm Baptist. Shall we flip a coin?
Oh, I think we should take it a bit more seriously than that.
Oh. Poker? Look, let's enjoy the honeymoon and then worry about the wedding plans.
Yeah, okay.
You know, the best place to see the Grand Canyon is from the air. Oh, my friend Rocky. You know, the guy that runs the Stage Door bar? He's got a friend who's got a small plane. I'll call him when we're settled.
Well, I'll be happy just to see it from the ground.
Well, let's see how it goes.
You're not frightened of flying at all, are you?
I'm not frightened about flying. I am frightened about crashing, though.
Hello, Ron. Come on in, love.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Rogers. Well, I thought I'd come round. Is your Sammy in?
No, she's still at school, love.
Hey, that's funny. I haven't ground school for ages. I'm on day release, you see. I just couldn't stand being at that tech college. I just can't seem to get it out of my head. You know?
Yeah, I know.
It's funny. I've normally got a really scatty memory. But I can shut my eyes and replay it like it was a video.
Well, it'll pass with time, love. Really will. You've just got to try and put it out of your mind, that's all. Come on, give us a hand with this, eh? Yeah. Good girl.
It's easier said than done, though. Especially with Owen as he is.
Yeah, well, that's where our Sammy will be.
Hospital?
They told her she could visit any time, but I think she's there too much for her own good. Now, Ronnie, come on. Look, you're all right, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right. That's the problem. It was all my fault and I got away with hardly a scratch.
Oh, that's nonsense. Look, you didn't steal the car, did you? You weren't driving it when it crashed.
No, but it was me who wanted them to get in the car in the first place. I talked them into it. And now Owen's lying in that hospital. And he might never. All because of me.
Now, that's enough, Ronnie. You can't change what's happened, love. You can just learn from it, that's all. Now, you weren't hurt, so you've got to be strong and help the others. How's Nisha?
She doesn't think she'll ever be allowed out again. Mum and Dad have got over feeling relieved. Now they're really mad at her.
Well, I don't think they'll ever get over feeling relieved, but I do know what you mean.
I'm really sorry, Mrs. Rogers. I really am, you know.
I know, love. You don't have to tell me. I think I'd better go along to the hospital and pick our Sammy up.
Oh, you don't mind if I don't come with you, do you?
No, I don't mind. Go on. You better get yourself off home, eh? Bye.
Does the bishop move up and down?
Diagonally. How many times must I tell you? By the time I take you to Hong Kong, you'll be a grandmaster chess player.
Will you come to America for me, or will you be living there with us?
America?
Yes, with Dad, Alison, Hattie and me.
Jessica, what are you telling me?
Hasn't Dad told you?
Hello.
Monkey.
That's the way a dog should be with kids.
Yes, yes. Jessica, come into the house. I want to talk to you.
Heel, Monty, heel.
He's back.
I'll go call a cab.
Right.
Come on, Monty. We'll get you fed. You still here?
Yeah, well, I couldn't leave without saying goodbye properly.
We'll give you some chicken flavoured we've got left over, eh?
Not going to make this easy for us, are you?
Oh, yeah, hi.
You're a fool, Ralph Hardwick.
Would you please
An old
send a
fool.
cab to,
And that's all there is to be said.
my clothes?
Is he phoning America and not going to pay for the call?
She's ringing for a taxi. Mia,
How long?
that should cover it.
Thank you. And move over. I've got to give Monty his tea.
Cab's on its way. It'll be a couple of minutes.
Look, I've made up my mind, you know, and I'm going.
Good riddance.
All the years I've known you, all the things we've been through together, and you can let it end like this.
Look, it's not me going to live the other side of the world. Here you are, Monty. Hope there's somebody to look after you when I'm dead and gone.
Well, you can't sink any lower now, can you? You've tried everything to stop me going. You're even using Monty now. I knew you were selfish, Harry Cross, but I didn't think you'd let me go like this.
I'll put the bags outside.
I know you so well. I know what's going on inside you. You pretend you don't care, but you do. Well, for God's sake, man, show it before it's too late. Look. When Grace died, you took me in. I looked after you when Edna died. We've been through so much together. At times, we were closer than brothers. And yet you can do this to me now. In an hour, we'll be on the train. And first thing tomorrow morning, we'll be sailing for America. I know you as well as I knew Grace, or you knew Edna. And you'll be so full of regret you'll be ill because of it. And I'll be thousands of miles away feeling awful myself because of this. Can't you just shake my hand and wish me luck?
The cab is here.
We're on our own, Monty. We'll have the place all to ourselves.
I'll just be a minute.
Forgotten something, have you? Have you come back to check he hasn't left any money behind?
No, I just didn't want to leave any loose ends. I want you to know exactly what I think of you.
You needn't bother. Because to care for you, I'd have to have some respect for you, and I don't. I know exactly what you are.
Oh, and what might that be?
I'll tell you, an opportunist. Your husband dies, you go looking for another one. Any muggins will do, and Ralph's there. You're filling full of nonsense about Las Vegas. How much money you've got to turn his head. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you lived in a shack on the edge of the desert and you were skint. Now, if Ralph wants to fall for that, hard luck. And tell him not to come crawling back to me if ever he wants somewhere else to live.
You have to be the most miserable son of a bitch I've ever had the bad luck to meet. I have not told Ralph anything that isn't the truth. Why do you have to be this way with him? Why?
Your meter's running out there.
Can't you see we love each other?
Love at your age?
Yes, love. Just because you've forgotten what it's like doesn't mean to say it doesn't exist. Give the guy a break. There were two things that worried him when we first talked about going home.
Home? It's your home, not his. His home's here.
But he wants to be with me. We want to spend the rest of our life together. Look, can't you remember what it was like when you first met Edna? How you wanted to be together all the time, and when you weren't, you were wondering what she was doing and who she was talking to. Can't you remember counting the minutes until you saw her again?
You're talking about kids being in love.
Well, that's what we are. Kids in love. Age has got nothing to do with it. Would you begrudge him that feeling? Leaving you and leaving Grace's grave unattended. These were his worries. He could find happiness if you just wish it to him. That's all it takes.
Get out of here.
Next time I'll come, I'll bring a cassette player, play some music. Some of your favourite tapes, eh? I think you'll like that. Thought I'd find you here. I'm sorry about missing this afternoon at school. It's all right, love, I know. I was just saying to him, tomorrow I'll bring a cassette player, play some of his favourite tapes. It's a good idea. Oh, Mum. What? Suppose he can hear me. Suppose he knows everything that's going on around him, but he can't move or do anything about it. Sammy, it's not like that, love. The doctors can monitor his brain activity. Well, they know he's just in a very deep sleep. Owen, wake up. Just please, please. Just wake up.
Jess, you must learn a king will even sacrifice his queen to beat another king.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Checkmate.
Hello. Hi.
Grandad just won again.
Well, don't be so fed up about it. Grandad's a very good chess player. How are you?
Fine. And you?
Glad to be home. Thanks for meeting her.
A pleasure.
Another game?
Later, perhaps.
How was school?
All right.
All right? Is that all you're going to tell me?
It was boring. What will school be like in America?
I imagine American children have the same opinion of school as other children have. Now, why don't you find something else to play with, eh?
Jessica has told me.
Told you what exactly?
That we're going to live in America.
Well, you shouldn't have.
Why not?
Because it's only under discussion.
And I have no part in the discussion?
Of course you do. You know that. I haven't mentioned it because it's just an idea at the moment.
You said we'd visit Disneyland.
That's enough, Jess.
We must talk, Michael.
Not now, Dad. I better make friends with Jess. You'll stay and eat, yeah?
I really appreciate this, you know.
It was only a pizza.
With double anchovies, don't undersell it. Thanks for taking the time off.
Oh, that's all right. No problem. Believe it or not, I'd rather spend time in your company than sitting in the office listening to all sorts of tales of woe. That's true. How could you ever doubt me?
Because I think I know you as well as anybody else, and I know how much you enjoy business and all its machinations.
Oh, well, I can't argue with that. It's not all fun, though. What about the clients?
Pleasant lunches, wheeling and dealing. You love it.
Mm-hmm. And the clients that Sarah insists on dragging in? The dregs who think they've got a God-given right to fiddle the gas meters and then insist on legal aid when they get caught.
And I thought you'd join the legal profession to help the needy and underprivileged.
No, not me. That's Sarah. I joined it for the benefits it would give me and my family. What? Hmm?
Nothing could be better.
You and me. Family.
Hey, you better get a move on.
Do you want anything else?
No, I'm saving myself for the main feature.
Sammy, you're not doing yourself any good by sitting with him so much.
But, Mum, it isn't me that needs doing any good. I think I can help bring him round by talking to him. The doctors have said that's the thing to do. I've said that's the thing to do, so I have to do it.
Look, you're probably still in a state of shock yourself, love. I know how serious it is for Owen, and I know how much you care about him, Sam, but I care about you. I don't want this becoming an obsession. I know it sounds callous, love, but what's done is done. I don't want you being hard on yourself.
But it just isn't fair. He shouldn't be lying there. He knew something was wrong, and we just forced him to get into the car.
I've got to stand by him now.
Sam, I know you have. I'm not trying to get you to stay away from the hospital, sweetheart, but you've got your own life to live as well.
Oh, I'm selfish enough for that. I mean, I was sitting there this afternoon, Mum, and all I could think about was whether I'd be scarred for life. 2 boys are dead, Owen's lying there, and all I could think about was myself and this stupid scar.
Sally, will you stop being so hard on yourself, love? You're entitled to worry about your looks. Now, what did the doctor say?
Oh, he said it probably wouldn't leave a noticeable mark.
There you are, then. All right, love, that's fine. You keep the change. Sally, Owen's going to be all right, love. It'll take time, but I know he will.
I just want to be there when he wakes up. It'll mean a lot to me, and I know it'll mean a lot to him.
I know it will, love. But you've got to give yourself time as well now. You really do.
It's just some thoughts from lying there.
When I asked you to eat, I didn't mean for you to cook it.
When I get sick, I ask your advice. When you want good food, you come to me. As long as we're in the same country, of course.
You don't think for one moment I'd not discuss it with you?
I don't know.
Let me start at the beginning and then you'll understand. Alice has been offered a research fellowship at Harvard University.
You hardly know her.
Please. It's a job she can't refuse. She gets better research facilities, a higher standard of living. And Alison and I are very close. And she gets on well with Jess.
You're giving up everything to go away with a woman you only just met.
I've known her for nearly 5 months. I know you haven't known her that long, but I know you'll get on eventually.
She'll be in America.
It's not too inaccessible.
It's out of question.
Alison would like Jess and I to go with her. And it's possible that I could work out some sort of exchange arrangement and practice over there.
You've kept so many things from us. Does Caroline know?
No.
You're rushing away with the first woman you've had a relationship with since your wife died. Put the thought from your mind.
No. Sometimes one has to be a little selfish. I have to consider my future, my happiness.
Then only consider yourself. But Jessica must stay here with the family. She belongs with us.
She goes where I go. You must know that.
What do I know when I don't even know my own son?
No, but there's some candies in my bag, too.
Ah.
So we got tickets?
Yep. So let's get the show on the road. What's the matter?
I'm just wondering if I should go to the loo. Nope, I'll be okay.
Well, goodbye, Liverpool.
Goodbye, England, tomorrow. You know, I'm really looking forward to this cruise.
So am I.
Are you all right?
Never better.
Well, then, shall we go find our seats?
Now, look, I'd just like to go and get a paper first.
Oh, we have newspapers in Vegas, too, you know.
Yeah, I know, but it's with it being me last night.
Oh, I'm just teasing. Come on, let's go find your paper.
I better go.
Oh, go on then, hurry up.
Help yourself to a candy.
Thank you. Why didn't you tell me you started using a cat?
Just because I have a leaflet for it doesn't mean I'm using it.
Are you using it?
Maybe.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Because it's my body.
What, is it because you don't trust me anymore? No. Well, then why?
Listen, Jonathan, just leave it. Don't spoil a nice day.
All right, but we have a fundamental problem here.
Just later, okay?
I still want us to have a baby.
So do I. Eventually.
Well, what's wrong with now?
It takes 9 months, Jonathan. Most grown-ups know that.
Cheryl.
Okay. Okay, I am going to start using the cow. But it's not because I don't trust you. It's because I don't trust me. I'm afraid I'll succumb to your charms one night and then regret it later. That's all. Nothing sinister.
I just wish we discussed it, that's all.
Well, now we have.
You remember the one I told you about where she said, always leave some room in your luggage because you always come home with more than you went with in the first place. Isn't she going to be surprised?
I don't know what to say. I can't say.
It's all right, mate, you're here now. That one.
I won't stop. You just go and enjoy yourselves.
Take care, mate, and we'll keep in touch.
Look after the love.
It's off to the Labour Party conference next with Living Issues, where it's asked what the government is really doing for British women.